What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the podcast. We're talking about act versus react or action versus reaction. What's the difference? What are we talking about? I am about to jump through the screen. If you're driving, if you're running, if you're walking, if you're just sitting on the couch listening to this, the energy will be high because I'm obsessed with this topic. I wrote an entire book on it called The First 15, where I'm talking about taking action in the first 15 minutes of the day versus reacting. Why? Because 90+% of people react immediately after they get up. Boom. How? Look at your phone, check your text messages, read your social media DMs, read your emails, turn on the news. All five of those are reacting. You're reacting to things that other people have said. You have zero control over the start of your day. None. Even if the first thing you do is see your kids in the first 10 seconds, you're reacting to how they're feeling versus what? Taking action, priming yourself for the start of your day. I don't care if it's 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, some small amount of time, but it sets you up for the day. Maybe you get up and you just meditate or pray for 10 minutes. Now you're centered. Now you're less stressed. Now you're ready to take action on the day versus immediately getting up and getting bombarded with garbage. Absolute garbage. I was talking to this guy the other day, and he said, Matt, I just can't seem to get ahead. I can't seem to get my day going off on the right foot. I'm so stressed. I'm so overwhelmed. I'm overweight. We talked about the first 30 minutes of his morning, which was A, snooze happened first. B, immediately checking work emails, immediately checking work emails from the bed, rolling over after snoozing. So you're already behind 9 minutes. Then the first thing you do is check work emails. What's happening? Every morning, 5 mornings a week, sometimes more because his boss and employees and coworkers would email him on the weekends. He would get emails that were not pleasant or that had work for him to do. So now his brain is on that. He's already distracted. Even if he goes and works out next or reads next, he's still thinking about the emails. That's why it is so important right out of the gate to take action. If you're committing to working out in the morning, don't roll over and check the work email. The work email will be there. Don't worry, that's not going anywhere. But you owe it to you. You owe it to your health. You owe it to your mental health, your physical health, your spiritual health to move your body in the morning. It changes everything. It absolutely changes everything. People say to me, Hey, Matt, you're so obsessed with exercise and working out and the gym or the basement gym, whatever. Yes and no. I'm obsessed with feeling good. I'm obsessed with being 42 years old and feeling like I'm 24 years old. I'm obsessed with having more energy. I'm obsessed with being able to run around with my nephew like a nutball who's 10 years old and keep up with that energy and have more. I'm obsessed with being my best self. Yes, I am obsessed with that. Why? Makes me a better spouse to my wife, my goddess. Makes me a better husband. Makes me a better friend. It makes me a better worker. It makes me a better speaker. It makes me a better human. Why would I not want to do that? Take action versus reacting. I promise you, shoot for 15 minutes, but if you can avoid looking at your phone, at least in the first 10 minutes of the morning, do anything else. Sit on the floor, like be awake, like don't just roll over and sleep for 10 more minutes, but like be awake and avoid the phone at all costs. You won't believe, I'm not saying in day one or even day seven, But you do it for a few weeks, here's what happens. You forget about it. You forget about your phone. I told my wife the other day, I'm starting to leave my phone in places throughout the house. I never would have done that. It was always in my pocket. Now it may be somewhere else. Why? Because I'm reading, because I'm working on a video, because I'm recording a podcast, because I'm doing something productive. I'm creating versus just reacting to all the crap that's happening. This is it's so powerful. It just makes me go nuts. I really think this is something that I want my legacy to be about is right when that alarm goes off, what are you doing first 10 minutes? Maybe you go down and bang out some push-ups. Set set your alarm for 10 minutes ahead of time. See how many push-ups you can do in 10 minutes. Here's another hack. Put your phone on airplane mode. Boom, you get nothing. Wake up. If you want to look at your phone, wake up, phone on airplane mode. Set it for 10 minutes. All right, I'm going to do as many push-ups and sit-ups as I can do in 10 minutes. Boom. I bet you after those 10 minutes, you're not going to be like, oh crap, I better take my phone off airplane mode so I can respond to the two DMs that don't mean a lot and could have waited 17 hours to respond to. Action versus reaction. We wonder why everyone is overwhelmed. Everyone is so stressed. There's a lot of people that are overweight. This all plays into it. We're all comparing our lives to other people's lives, looking on social media, doom scrolling on TikTok. It's insanity. And it needs to stop if you want to have more energy, if you want to be less stressed, if you want to be a better spouse, a better parent, a better friend, a better son or daughter, a better worker, a better contributor to society. If you don't want that, then you shouldn't be listening to this podcast anyways. So here's the challenge. You know, I'm going to leave you with a challenge every time. Tomorrow morning, yes, tomorrow morning, what's one thing you'll do different? One thing. Maybe you go, I'm going 3 minutes without my phone. Start with 3 minutes. Be the best 3 minutes of your day. I guarantee you that. Maybe you go for a half an hour. Maybe you've already been doing 10 minutes and you push it to 20 minutes. I encourage you to get to an hour. You get up an hour earlier and you don't check that phone for an hour. Yes, if you want to play music, whatever, airplane mode. Boom, it's your time and it's sacred in the morning. Take action versus reacting and watch your life change. Challenges build champions. I hope you take action on this. I can't wait to hear what you're going to change tomorrow morning. Start tomorrow. Start while the enthusiasm and momentum is there from this episode. Much love to you all. Have a blessed rest of your week. We'll see you same time, same channel next week.